Isn't Alu Gobi a Weezer song? Alu Gobi! That's what I want to eat! 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 Eating Alu Gobi. That one? Is that what you're talking about? Hold on, I gotta pay out the believers. 81% belief? Dude, we're on a streak. I can't believe it. -2, no more Isaac. Okay, if you could just like get over to David Cage's studio, Quantic Dream, and get them to put out that horrible Star Wars game like 6 years ahead of schedule, I would love it. Until then, we're gonna play some Isaac, okay? I beg you. The raw emotions of Star Wars. Jason? -2, Star Wars is goated. Jay, you don't have to be here on your alt account. You can come out and show yourself with your verified partner badge. Data miner. Forget me now. It's useless. Useless. Insubordinate and churlish. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the menu, man. If you got a problem, you can just get bent as far as I'm concerned. Honestly, when I was at Josh's wedding, I think I ate like... I was there for 3 days. I think I ate at least 5 chicken Caesar salads. Now, that's probably too much. But it was like a hotel restaurant I didn't 100% trust. So I said, let's do something safe. I'll get a chicken Caesar salad. Then when I ate it, I was like, this is busting for real. Next time I went to the restaurant, I said, you know what? Same thing. Give me another one of those. Hotel restaurants are usually good. I got the restaurant. This is not where he had the wedding. This was just the hotel restaurant where I was staying. I got a vibe from this one that was like, I'm gonna simmer it a little bit. I'm gonna take it slow. I'm gonna dip a toe in the water first. What's your obsession with Caesar salads? It's just a great salad. You know, the romaine lettuce gives you like a nice little refreshing blast of cold crunchiness when you bite into it. Then you get the croutons, if you are lucky enough to have croutons in your Caesar salad. You get the warmth of the chicken, you get the creaminess of the dressing. It's very salty. I mean, that's really probably the crux of it. It's extremely salty. Greek is so much better. I love a Greek salad too. I got nothing against. There was no but that comes after that. I would prefer a Caesar salad to a Greek, but if I was at a Greek restaurant and there was a Greek salad, I would eat the Greek salad for sure. I love a feta, a Kalamata olive. I love some red onions. I don't want Forget Me Now. I think it's bad. So let's take this for now. It's probably shot speed. Speed! Let's go! How about a Cobb? And this is my great shame in life. I don't like eggs kind of in general, but especially like hard-boiled eggs. He's the greatest Isaac player of our time. Which is another reason that I feel like burger culture kind of like, it passed me by. Because they started doing like every burger had a fried egg on it with a runny yolk. And I was just like, I'm not that. It's just not for me. Teleport me, teleport me. You piece of junk. I'm willing. Because it's good. I mean, it's a food I acknowledge. Actually amazing. It's a food I acknowledge that I wish I liked it because a lot of foods come with eggs, and I hold myself to my own standards. That's the thing. People like think I just punch down on picky eaters and think like I hold you to a standard that I do not adhere to myself. It's not true. I believe in this one. Just give it a second. I'm actually the greatest Isaac player of all time. I am a little embarrassed that I still have to put in some work in order to like mushrooms. And I'm a little embarrassed that I have a slight aversion to eggs. Now, if someone served me something with a fried egg on it, I would simply eat it. And if someone served me something with mushrooms, I actually, when Kate and I went out for our anniversary, I ordered a pasta with mushrooms. Like, it was just mushrooms, essentially, because the pasta looked like it was the best pasta. So I'm getting there on the mushrooms, but the eggs are taking me longer. But I'm embarrassed. I'm not like, ooh, why would anyone eat this? You know it's from a chicken's butthole. I'm like, I should, you know, I got to put in the work to be a little bit more egg focused. Because it's a food that shows up all the time. How did you like the mushroom pasta? Well, like, while I was eating it, I did think to myself, this is an awful lot of mushrooms. But it was good, don't get me wrong. I used to indiscriminately, like, just be like, I don't like mushrooms. Now there's, like, some mushrooms I'm for and some mushrooms I'm against. Like, an oyster mushroom or a lobster mushroom, I love. But then, like, the other mushrooms, like the smaller mushrooms, I'm, like, 50-50 on. And then I really don't like enoki. Like, that's probably the food that just, like, looking at it in the grocery store kind of weirds me out a little bit. And I acknowledge the problem is with me. It's not the mushrooms problem, and it's not, you know, the people who love to eat sukiyaki. It's not their problem. It's a me problem. Enoki is the one that is kind of like a mushroom tree. Did we pick this up? We didn't pick this up yet. Yes, enoki, not gnocchi. Come on. Your epidermis is showing. You ever get a free cookie from the grocery store bakery? No. Wait, glass shard is horrible. What am I doing? Isn't this the item that when you get hit, you just continue to take damage until you pick up a red heart? Macaroons versus macaroons, or macarons versus macaroons. I mean, I like a macaroon, a coconut cookie, but a macaron is amazing. I also have to be a little, like, I gotta play this one like a home game. Macaron, probably my wife's favorite dessert. She eats it semi-regularly, so I'm not gonna, I mean, in my heart of hearts, I can tell you without the specter of a lie entering my body, I would prefer to eat a macaron to a macaroon, even though I think macaroons are pretty good. But then also, I'm gonna say that it's not even close. I'm gonna take it a step further. It's not a psycho take. You want a psycho take? You only prefer macaroons to macarons if your idea of a fancy restaurant is a buffet. Tell me your favorite dessert is chocolate soft serve ice cream after waiting in line for 5 minutes behind a bunch of kids without telling me. That's what you get, by the way. We were at a truce with one another. Everyone was being nice. Everyone was being civil. Then you said, psycho take. You didn't just say, I disagree. You suggested I was psychotic for having the take. You want to see a psycho take? There's your psycho take. You only think macaroons are better than macarons if your favorite part of eating pasta is garlic bread. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. Tell me it's a psycho take. Why am I in this room? I should not be in this room. You're not worth it. Might as well try. Okay, fine. You already know the vibe. We're doing devil deals this run. And we got glass shard. Like, the believers, you're in a little bit of trouble. Isn't everybody's favorite part the garlic bread? You're self-reporting right now? Just so you know, you're self-reporting. Okay, let's get chaotic. I don't know. I've never been to the Olive Garden. I've never ordered the pasta at the Cheesecake Factory, so I wouldn't know. I've only had pasta at Mario Balotelli's Cucina Trattoria. So, I don't know. They didn't serve garlic bread there. Mario Balotelli? Yeah, the soccer player. He opened a restaurant. The Cucina Trattoria. You've never been? It's really good. You gotta try the garlic bread. They absolutely do garlic bread there. Well, okay, maybe if Mario's not in the kitchen, maybe if he's like, I don't know, playing soccer or something, then they would debase themselves. Is this restaurant real? Yeah. You think I could just come up with something like that off the top of my head? Mario Balotelli's Cucina Trattoria? Absolutely not. He's busy setting off fireworks inside his home? Did I miss a story? I am a diehard Manchester City fan, exclusively for the year 2010. Mario Balotelli is my favorite player, of course, and also Carlos Tevez with his bulldog-like approach. He has like 100 stories like that. Oh, okay. My mistake. So true. Is Joe Hart still the best keeper in England? I've just woken up from a 12-year coma. Is Vincent Kompany still the best center back in Europe right now? He never was. Hey, you're gonna try to tell me that Seaman was the best goalie? Arsenal's former keeper, Seaman? It's Seaman. Yeah, I bet. You know, there was a brief time where there was a Seaman in both leagues. And by both leagues, I mean the NHL and the Premier League, the only two leagues that matter. What the heck, the Fallen? More like the fell off. Is your ass is dead. You would legally allow me to get this item? Stabs you at the beginning of each floor, draining all but half a red heart. And then we would just continue taking damage because we have Shard of Glass. Probably say no to that one. And Stompy for 1 red heart. Probably give that one a no. Dude! The expansion pack seems kind of sick. Yeah, 10 luck for 5 seconds could be good. Shard of Glass stops at half a heart anyway. Yo, Poggy! It's incredible. What could possibly go wrong? What the hell? All my HP, all my apes gone. Look, I really don't go in this much on this subject. But if we're talking about like the funniest story of the year, Seth Green's Bored Ape getting stolen, and due to the way that non-fungible tokens work, the guy who stole it now has the property rights to it, and as a result, Seth Green can no longer continue working on his television show where his Bored Ape was going to be one of the stars. It's the perfect news story. I don't know what else you can even say. It's such a 2022 news story. It's incredible. There's so much to unpack there. It's legendary. It's the snake eating its own tail. The guy who has it bought it legally. Okay, so it's not the guy who stole it. Someone stole it and then sold it to someone, so the guy who bought it now has the rights to it, and he doesn't want to sell it back, right? Because I think I saw his discourse. He was like, you know, why should I sell it back? I paid for it. I do have to, and I'm genuinely not doing this to just farm +2s from like anti-crypto people. Did you see the trailer for the show? It looked so fucking bad. Like, the thief actually kind of committed an act of public good via that theft. Because he saved, I don't know what network it was going to be on, to be fair, but he saved society from being exposed to a 30-minute episode of it. You know I'm getting this. I'm not saying theft is good. I'm just saying in this particular situation, it may have caused Seth Green a lot of pain in order to save Seth Green from mercilessly being made fun of for like the rest of his career. But it might actually be in his best interest that he was robbed. And I know how that sounds, but it's just real life is very nuanced, you know? Yes, theft is bad. However, if it prevents a bored ape from winning a Webby, maybe it's not always so bad. Okay, take me down. Unless... Dude, that would be... If he wants a little redemption, what if Seth Rogen turned this saga into a movie where his friend... He gets too into his bored ape, and he starts saying insane stuff, like, I'm going to do a TV... Sorry, not Seth Rogen. That would be too good. Seth Green, he gets too into his bored ape. He's like, I'm going to make a television show where my bored ape is the star. So then one of his friends, I'm going to say Dax Shepard, actually commits the heist to steal his friend's bored ape to save him from the humiliation. And then, that's a way that we could turn this into like a bit of a redemption arc. Because he could make fun of himself a little bit. And it could also be like a little heartwarming. Because yes, his friend is stealing something from him. But he's stealing it in order to help him. Kind of like a Saving Silverman situation. Where they kidnapped Amanda Peet so Jason Biggs fell out of love with her or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I've seen it. You gotta have Josh Gad in there somewhere. No question. Josh Gad must be a part of this. It sold for $21 million. Well, of course, you get a producer credit on the show. I mean, it's just gonna print money. This could be like the new Breaking Bad. I can't see, Edmund. I can't see. Why are you so obsessed with Josh Gad? Well, I'll tell you how it started. I saw the trailer for The Crimes of Grindelwald 2, and I was like, what the hell? Josh Gad's in everything? And then Jay was talking about The Crimes of Grindelwald 2, and I was like, how is Josh Gad in the movie? And he's like, are you joking? Josh Gad's not in the movie. And I was like, you're so stupid, it hurts. Josh Gad is in the movie. And then I looked it up, and it turns out it's not Josh Gad. It's just a guy who looks a little bit like him. And ever since then, in my head, I gotta play like a little game every time I see a guy who looks like Josh Gad. I gotta be like, is this guy Josh Gad or just the guy who looks like Josh Gad? Josh Gad played Gaston's hanger-on in the Beauty and the Beast remake. That's true. Was Josh Gad the male lead in Balls of Fury? That's false. That's pretty false. Please stop saying it. What, do you think he's just going to show up in the bathroom mirror or something? Like, there's a lot of Josh Gads out there right now. Josh Gad, the lead, Balls of Fury. I think I said Balls of Steel, but I meant Balls of Fury. The lead from Balls of Fury. James Corden is kind of like a British Josh Gad when you think about it. Not at all. He is, dude. Now, I have to say, so I previously argued that Survivor was a net neutral for society because it's harmless. I believe that James Corden is also pretty harmless for society, but I do not apply the same Survivor heuristic to him. There's just something about James Corden, and I'd like to acknowledge it's a me problem. There's something about James Corden where I just can't stand him. I don't know why. I think it's because... What have I done? I think it's because we're brought up to think that if you want attention, that's like a personality flaw. And the only way one should get attention is like accidentally and begrudgingly. But James Corden, at least outwardly, appears to court attention by being kind of obnoxious. Which, I don't know. Have you ever read Confucian philosophy? You ever hear the idea that the tall grass gets chopped? Look, I'm not going that deep into it. It's just, it's something about it. When I see what he does, I'm like, you think you're so funny, don't you? But you're not that funny. You're just like a little funnier than average. He always came into my cafe and got the same thing. A shot of espresso with a splash of milk. What the fuck? Will his tyranny know no end? Espresso with milk? What the? This guy is sick. This guy, oh, what have I done? This guy's twisted, dude. That's not that crazy at all, really. You know what I hate? A coffee shop that, this is a recycled bit. This is a greatest hit for those of you who are expecting new material today. I hate a coffee shop that does their sizes in fluid ounces instead of small, medium, large, or tall, grande, venti. Because I don't know. I don't know whether I want a 12-ounce or an 18-ounce coffee. I just want the largest size you have available that's for one person instead of for like a conference room. That's the end of the bit. That's it. That's the end. We're done. See, it didn't have to go that far. I don't want Midas Touch. Do I want Miter? Higher chance to find soul hearts? Yeah, that's probably worth it. What's your take on the drink Gibraltar? I've never heard of it before in my life. That's my take. The Gibraltar. How could you falter when you're the Rock of Gibraltar? I thought I was gonna drown, but then he walked on water. It's a cortado. It's very good. I've realized I'm not a coffee snob. I thought I was gonna become a coffee snob because I've become a snob about other things. I've become a bit of a bread snob. I've been a beer snob for like a long time. I thought that would naturally move me into coffee snob territory, but really, I don't care what the coffee... and I'm not knocking it if that's part of your personality, but for me personally, I'm not a coffee snob. As long as it's cold brew, I'll drink it. That's about it. That's where I draw the line. Where am I? Tea snob, not even close. Cold brew tastes like F. I disagree. How about that? I disagree. We don't need to take it any further than that. Do you drink IPAs? Oh, yes. I know the reputation of people who willfully drink IPAs, but here's the thing. I don't choose which adult beverages to consume based on how 15-year-olds online will judge me. I choose based on my own tastes. I like an IPA. I like a double IPA. I like a West Coast IPA. I like a Mosaic IPA. You want to give me Citra hops? Sure. You want to give me hazy IPAs? You want to give me Mosaic hops? You want to give me regular hops? By all means. Super Rock? You're sick. I always say you're sick in Adam Sandler's voice for some reason. You're sick! I'm over IPAs. Just give me a damn High Life. I'm not a beer snob in the sense that, like, I think everybody should drink, you know, microbrews. Everything has its place, you know? Even something like a Coors Light. I was a big anti-Coors Light guy because and I don't say this just to, again, farm easy +2s. It really is watery. And I was like, why would anyone ever drink this? And then I went to a friend's Super Bowl party where he had like 60 Coors Lights in his fridge. And over the course of that 9-hour-long football game, I probably had like 8 Coors Lights, and I felt fine. And I was like, now I get it. I completely understand like why someone would consume this now, you know? When in Rome, do as the Romans do. If you're gonna drink for hours and hours and hours, I'm not saying you should, but Coors Light makes a lot of sense. Because if you try having like, you know, hey, guess I got a 6-pack of double IPA tall boys. By the time you finish the second one, you're going to be fucked up. And I don't just mean like drunk. I mean like you're not going to feel right. And if it's like 4 p.m., that's going to ruin your whole damn day. So I'm not a snob, and I only apply the snobbery to myself, really. I don't apply the snobbery to others. I know what I like, and I mean, if I'm coming to your place and you're offering me like a neutral vodka soda, then I'll give it a try. Why am I getting so many red hearts, and why is that awesome? Dude, you know what we should do? We should have taken the meiosis. We should have taken the item that brings all the consumables down, because then after we got hit by Blood Oath, we would get all the hearts that we couldn't have picked up because we were on full HP on the last floor. That would have been a sensible play. Instead, I got, every time I use Guppy's head, I accidentally kamikaze myself. I've erased an enemy from the game? When you erase it from the game, it shouldn't erase it just from that run. It should erase it from, like, the files. Can you imagine what Isaac speedruns would look like if you got to, like, the point where you've erased every single enemy in the game? That would be an insane SGDQ run, dude. And erase it from our memories. Yeah, exactly. Like Rob Lowe in the Pentaveret. Help me. HP's from Old Bandage. Honestly, this run kind of dedicated to Old Bandage. How many freaking hands were on that room? That was too many hands. You probably say you're sick in Adam Sandler's voice because of the Mr. Deeds scene with the fire poker. You know what? I've realized that you're 100% correct. When John Turturro tries to, wait, no. Wait! I don't remember. I did watch Mr. Deeds, but it was in, like, that, you know, period where, like, my daughter was, her age was measured in, like, weeks. My memory's a little, it's a little spotty. Yeah, but I was like, because Mr. Deeds stabs John Turturro in the foot. John Turturro has the dead foot, right? No, Mr. Deeds has the dead foot. And John Turturro stabs it with the fire poker. Yeah, I had it backwards, man. You're absolutely right. I think that's the precise reason that I say it like that. That was in the trailers, I think. It's all the damn IPAs. Probably not. I think it's more that Mr. Deeds is like kind of a forgettable movie, if I may be so bold. Just one of these real quick. Oh, that could have gone wrong. I will take. I will not take. You're sick, man. It's not a greatest hit. John Turturro is an insane actor, though. John Turturro is actually goated. In my personal opinion, John Turturro is one of the best actors to ever play Barton Fink. He's incredible. Even, so obviously he's in The Big Lebowski. He's also in the regrettable Big Lebowski pseudo-sequel called You Don't Mess with the Jesus. The movie is not worth watching at all. I saw it on TV one night, accidentally. Even though it's bad, I couldn't look away just because it's got John Turturro. Like, he just eats up the screen, man. He's an amazing actor. He was even great in the Emoji Movie. Okay, I don't think he's in the Emoji Movie, but he's got to be one of America's most classic character actors of our generation. He's in My Neighbor Turturro. So true, so true. He plays the bus in the movie. He plays Jerome Bettis. Do not seek the treasure. Honestly, good advice. He is in Transformers. Honestly, you know, I'm not going to begrudge a classically trained character actor from getting a payday in Transformers. You knew the movie was going to be ass. If you went and saw it because you loved John Turturro and Barton Fink, like, a fool and his money are soon parted. If you're like, oh, I love being John Malkovich, I'm going to go see John Malkovich in Transformers, then you're part of the problem. You got to exercise some personal responsibility. You knew it was going to be ass. What, John Turturro, he was in like the 7th Transformers movie, right? Like, you can't... What, are you going to plead ignorance? I didn't know it was going to be ass. It's the 7th movie about transforming robots where you can't tell what the fuck's happening because everything's shot like 6 inches away from Optimus Prime's chest plate. Don't even try, as Sam would wiki. There's 7 of them? I don't know, there's probably like... There's like at least 5. And then also Bumblebee. But Bumblebee is like kind of watchable. Not good, but... Like, I would never be like, oh, sorry, I can't watch everything everywhere all at once. I'm too busy watching Bumblebee. But Bumblebee's okay. John Cena's in it, too. Also, Bumblebee's in it. I don't know if you picked up on that one. This requires more focus than I want to give it right now. But I'm going to persevere for the believers. There was a period of time where I would always confuse John Turturro and Adrian Brody. So Adrian Brody is legit like 41 years old. John Turturro has got to be in his, like, he's got to be in his early 60s maybe. Adrian Brody is 50? John Turturro is 65? Yo, John Turturro, he looks good for his age, man. He was in the Batman. Adrian Brody's 50 years old? That doesn't seem right to me. It doesn't seem to me like Adrian Brody should be 17 years older than me. Because he won Best Pianist for the Oscar. He's 49. Holy cow. Alright, give me the lover's card. Oh! I am pogging! He is pogging. Okay, what a shot. Good shot. He's still pogging. Whatever. Go ahead. Hurt me or whatever. Or don't. I don't understand the game. What happened? You don't have to it's basically just like you run around and like you shoot some enemies and maybe they like shoot you back or something. You don't really worry about it too much. You just like, all I know is that I just keep pushing the arrow keys in the direction where the enemies are, and then eventually I win. Soccer is a game where 22 grown men run around a field and then Arsenal wins. What's that joke? I've forgotten the actual punchline. Inaccurate? It's supposed to be Germany wins. Okay. I had a friend in university who used to tell that joke all the time. I can't imagine. It is wild to me that there's people out there that are like, I don't understand what's happening in Isaac. You gotta understand, like, I mean, it's no disrespect to you. Anyone who came over from the YouTube audience, like the average number of Isaac episodes watched by a Northern Lion viewer is probably like 700. And even then, that only gives you the Coles notes. No way. I mean, I was making this like 10 years. I mean, like 700 is like once a week Isaac. But people probably did not watch one episode a week. They probably watched like 10 episodes a day for like a month. But that's still, it adds up. What a dodge, dude. 4,000 plus for me. Holy cow. Stand up, take a bow. I was in the Discord, I was talking to Apollo, and I said, I wonder if anyone out there's seen more Isaac episodes than me. Monka S. No, wait, I was in chat. Some of you were probably here. How old am I? What's my age again? I have to tell, and I'm willing to get canceled for this as well. I have no sympathy for the lead character in Blink-182's opera, What's My Age Again? He did some fucked up stuff in that song. Now, Act 1, I took her out, it was a Friday night. We walked alone to get the feeling right. We started making out. Then she took off my pants. Then I turned on the TV. That's not that bad. I mean, I can understand why she walked away from you. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it's not like a crime. It's just a little weird. A little insulting, I suppose. But then when he says later on the drive home, I called her mom from a pay phone. I said I was the cops and your husband's in jail. And then that hung up on me. No, wait. I'm the cops. Your husband's in jail, and now that's wait, is it? He's being charged with the state looks down on sodomy. That's what he's. See, now I was already not on his side, but now he's even more unbased. Kind of a bad look. That's too far. Like that's actually like a federal offense, probably. It's not a federal offense? No, I mean the prank calling. Not the sodomy, the prank calling. You got me twisted up. You're trying to give me a real trouble. 90s were just built different. It's not a federal offense if it's funny. I don't even know what a federal offense is now that I think about it. It just sounds more serious. A felony is a federal offense? So it's like driving drunk is a federal offense. But the FBI would probably not investigate you because they're too busy keeping tabs on like Elon. It's not, driving drunk's not a federal crime. Honestly, unbased. If I was president, that would be a federal crime. It's not a federal offense? Does that mean there's states where that's legal? Let me guess. Minnesota. No, that sounds more like Wisconsin, to be honest. Please stop. Please stop with the Minnesota hate. Okay, /marker. Isaac. Isaac 4? We didn't even break a sweat on that one. I don't even know. So I'm going to go to the bathroom, and I'm going to get like a cheese ingot,